What's going on YouTube? It's your boy the Real RX, man. We back at it with another video, man. Today we got Candace Owens explaining the biggest problem with women today. If you don't know who Candace Owens is, basically she speaks on modern dating problems and just modern things in today's society. I like her because she speaks on the female side and the men's side. But I ain't gonna talk all day. Let's get straight into the video.
What I always say, experiment with both and tell me what makes you feel better. And that is the truth when it comes to young women, because I dedicated my first episode to young women and really talking to them about these are the options that are being presented to you. Less. Take off more clothes, do the most to get attention, right? If you think that that's freedom, the idea that you have to wear less and the idea that you have to get naked to be heard, you really think that's a form of freedom? Because that's slavery, that's bondage. I didn't have to take off my clothes to be heard in society. And these women will realize that when you follow these people that are self-imposed feminists, I'm a feminist, I do this, I'm a feminist, you hear that word over and over and over again, you'll find that the majority of them are miserable. Look at their lives and ask yourself a question. Do you think they are happy? Do you feel good when you do what they do? Right? When you're constantly looking for a dopamine hit from social media because you took your clothes off and you want somebody in your comments, a thirst trap with your ass out, right? And you want someone in your comments going, "Oh, you slay, bae. You slayed the day, bae." Hashtag Tuesdays, am I right? Yeah. And you do this stuff for attention and you're devaluing yourself, and at the end of the day you don't actually feel good and it's not going to bring you happiness, right? So yeah, you can get guys sliding in your DM. You can get guys telling you look good. You can get guys that want to sleep with you.
Hey y'all, if you're watching this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, because we giving out some real game. Candace is no joke. Candace the real deal, man. She just putting it all out there on the line. She putting it out there out on the line, man. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. How many guys did you see? How many guys do you see, or dudes that you see on the internet that's on social media that's looking for attention, that's looking for validation, that's looking for a woman to tell them that they look good? How many? How many? Most of the times, 9 times out of 10, unless you just the top 1%, like you Michael B. Jordan, you know what I'm saying? You got 1,000 females underneath those shit. 9 times out of 10, other dudes gonna hype other dudes up. You know what I'm saying? Like if you lit, you know what I'm saying? If you lit and you could dress good, you look nice. Like, hey bro, your fit clean. Hey bro, them shoes tight. Hey bro, I like the way you hoop, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's more on that side. Females want y'all attention. They want it, bro. They want it. They need it. They want you. They want you to tell them that they look good. To tell them that oh, that motherfucker looking right. Oh, you the most beautiful thing I ever seen. Oh, you just look so good. They want you to text them in the morning and say, "Good morning, beautiful. I hope you have a outlandish day." You want to know why? Because the dude that she actually wants, he don't even pay her no attention. He not in the comments. He not following on Snapchat. He don't follow on Facebook. He not giving her no attention. He not doing it. You are, bruh. Think about this. It makes sense, bruh. You just there temporary. You feel me? You there to ease her pain. Why she want another motherfucker? Come on now. Get with the program.
How many of these people actually get guys that want to stay with you, right? That are not in somebody else's DM. The same way that you found him is the same way he's going to find somebody else, because we are increasingly becoming a part of a society that's ADHD. You want to know why our grandparents stayed together? Because they weren't looking at ass cheeks all day on Instagram and refreshing it and going, "Oh, well, that girl looks younger, that girl looks better, that girl's face tuned," and I think that is what these young women that they're following are telling them. You've got 13-year-olds getting lip injections, right? Because they want to look like Kylie Jenner. Again, not a shot to Kylie Jenner, but what society have we created that ever made Kylie Jenner feel like she had to go out and buy those lips, that she had to contour her entire face and change her entire body? She was already a beautiful little girl. So the society is ill. It's not normal, right? Don't let these people convince you that that's normal. That's cancer, and that cancer will become contagious to you if you accept that. You don't follow better role models.
It seems to me
oh Hold up, y'all. Got some in my eye. Man. And can't. Hey, Candace is this a bad girl right here. This a bad woman. Think about this. When, like she said, when your grandparents was growing up, they didn't have access to the internet like we have now. Back then, you had to go outside and learn how to talk. You had to go outside and learn how to be a man. It wasn't no, I'm gonna be on my phone all day and look up guides. No, you're gonna go outside and learn how to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to go outside and be like, oh, how you doing, sir? Oh, you work for the lumber yard? Okay, hey, my name is such and such. And give a solid handshake. Grab his hand firmly and look him in his eye. You're gonna have to learn that. Yeah, this the real deal. You weren't seeing 10 to 15 females and they all look good as hell. That's you don't have the abundance. So when you found somebody, you locked her down. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. That's what it is. And then I'm gonna flip it. Back then, women didn't have 1,000 dudes, 20,000, 15,000 dudes telling them that they look good, bro. Telling them that they're the most beautiful thing in the world, bro. Think about that. They didn't have that. Kylie Jenner had to get her lips done, get her body done to get the male validation. To get that. Everything, and I ain't saying every woman, but most of the girls, most of the women, everything that they do is for us. So why are you chasing? Why are you chasing? You think females just get a BBL for themselves? No. They get it because they know it's thirsty motherfuckers that's gonna give them attention and validation. That's why they get it, bruh. That's why they get the lip injections. That's why they put on makeup. That's why, bruh. You the prize. Act like it.
A lot of women, when they hear conservative values, the trigger to them, and I could be wrong, the trigger to them, it seems as, bondage, go back in the kitchen, shut up and just, you know what I mean, just be a slave to your husband. Why do you feel like there's so much of when they're hearing about some of the things that you say, like what makes you happy is making your husband a sandwich, some people like that sounds crazy, yeah. Right? So why do you think there's such a disgust, such a rejection of that kind of idea of that kind of woman in regards to modern society? Because
we're being brainwashed via the education system.
Okay.
You learn feminism in school, right? Mm-hmm. You learn feminism. I had to actively
define
learn it.
And for clarification, how do you define feminism?
I can tell you how they define it and what it actually is, right? So feminism in school, when you learn it, is you're just fighting against the patriarchy, and you're supposed to see the patriarchy everywhere. It's the same way that critical race theory and race is being taught. The idea is they're not actually teaching you anything but how to hate white people when you're learning about race in school. And when you are learning about feminism, they're not actually teaching you anything other than how to hate men and to see the patriarchy and men putting you down everywhere, right? So when you have that form of psychological conditioning taking place in the school system, you're producing women that see the patriarchy everywhere. It becomes like a paranoia, right? Oh my God, asked me to make a sandwich. Oh my God, can I make a sandwich? And then that's it, I'm trapped. Mm-hmm. And they're actually not realizing that there actually was an incentive behind you even being taught that. You've never actually lived the life of making a husband a sandwich, and they think that's going to send you back and suddenly you're going to lose your voting rights and you're not going to be able to go get work. There was a time when there was a need for feminism, first wave feminism, right? But first wave feminists would want nothing to do with third wave feminists, which is where we're at today, right? Women that think that actually first wave feminists, you could argue, envied men. Right? They wanted to be able to go to work. They wanted to have that option to be something outside of the home. Right? Now we have that option, and we're being told the exact opposite, which is that everything in the home is bad. And that's what you call throwing out the baby with the bathwater. There are some really amazing things. I think the best things that come from being at home. Sometimes I think we got the bad end of the deal. Right? I'm like, wait, we got to stay at home and do nothing and spend our husband's money and somebody complained?
Yeah.
That's a joke, guys.
Hey, she be going down through there, man. Like this real shit right here. I wasn't even trying to cuss in the video, but I cussed anyway. But I don't care. But look, it's kind of crazy that some of these females, they listen to some of these feminists, and they take on their motives, they take on their actions, and they really believe it. But half of these feminists don't even have a dude. They don't even have a man. They miserable. They want a man. They want a dude to come home. They want to cook a nigga some steak and shrimp, bruh, and rub a nigga back. They want that. They want that. So why are women listening to women who don't even have a man? Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. It does not make any sense at all. That's like listening to your bro, and that's like listening to one of your homeboys, right? And he always talking about women ain't this, women ain't that. They the most evilest thing in the world, and he don't never get no pussy. Why would I listen to you and you don't never get nothing, bro? What? It don't make no sense. Why I listen to you, bro? It doesn't make any sense. You gotta think. You gotta think about this. See, this is what a lot of women don't understand. We ain't tripping on a salary. We're not tripping on how much you make, baby. We're not tripping on what type of car you drive. I don't give a flying fuck. I really don't care. I do not care, honestly. How are you gonna treat me, and how are you gonna help me elevate in life? It's simple. A nigga don't need a lot of shit to be happy. I come home from work, you got food on the table, and you talk about how was your day. Oh shit, my day, nigga, I don't even care. My day was horrible, babe. Shit, my day feeling real good right now. What you cook? Some steak, lobster, some pork roast. Yeah, some goddamn baked chicken. Y'all listen. I know y'all like that baked chicken. Yeah, the baked chicken, green bean, mashed potato. Yeah, pound cake. Yeah. Yeah, now look, got y'all hungry. I'm trying to tell you.
That's a joke. But no, that and to me, I think that's the part where, I've unfortunately seen that happen so much in society, that there's such a mischaracterization to me of what people think as stay-at-home mothers and traditional women. There's such a mischaracterization, like these women were prisoners,
right?
And so whereas, like you said, I think first wave feminism wanted women to have a choice, but then third wave, the choice is gone. You must choose what we want for
exactly
you, right?
What we want is you need to be top 40 Forbes company, a corporation. If you don't have that, then you somehow failed. And I'm like, that is so backwards and so wrong. And it also goes against biology. It goes against biology. There's a reason, biological underpinning to everything that we have in this society. People keep trying to outthink biology. It doesn't work that way, right? There's a reason, women can carry children and men can't. So that instantly allows man to have different goals in terms of the workforce than women, because that means we have to make a decision. Do we have children or continue working in our career, or try to juggle both? Men don't have that same pressure, and it's not their fault. They didn't design this. Men weren't like, well, I have an idea, let's not be able to carry children, only let women be able to do that. And so there's the biological reality of that, and increasingly you see women that go for it in terms of their career because they have the societal pressure, and then it's too late. And then they realize, wow, this job is not making me happy, but my gosh, can I just tell you as a new mom what you feel like when your son smiles at you? Like, when your baby looks up at you, there's no greater feeling of accomplishment. Like there is none. I have accomplished a lot in my life in terms of my career, and I can tell you there is nothing that satisfies me more than just my baby smiling at me. And we're taking that away from women because we're telling them that's the wrong aspirations to have in life.
Man, yo, Candace a bad motherfucker. Candace a bad motherfucker, man. And that's what social media is doing to the youth. That's what they doing. That's exactly what they doing. Did you hear what she just said? That job not gonna make her happy. She can make $500,000 a year, but she can't get a $40,000 nigga. Imagine that. She can't get a $60,000 nigga. She can't get a $100,000 nigga. She can't keep a nigga. Yeah, she can get busted on, but don't nobody want her because her mindset, her mind frame is fucked up. The only way she gonna date another nigga is if she making $500,000, she need a nigga that's making $1 million, right? because she ain't gonna date a nigga that make less than her, right? You not on her level. She better than you, right? Look, by the time she about 35, 30, 35, 40, the group of men, it shrinks. It shrinks. You 40. You 30. 35. You 44. The time is ticking. You know what I'm saying? The time is ticking. That group, first, the group was this big. When she was 20, the group was this big. 30, 35, 40, it just slims down. And then they get more picky. Then you realize it's too late. We don't want you now. It's too late, baby girl. I was trying to take you out on a date and show you a good time. Even when you make more than me, I was still gonna pay for it. But now you trying to make a nigga feel like you better than me. So shit, it's cool. It's whatever. I take it on the chin, charge it to the game. But when I'm in my prime, when I'm 30, 35, 40, when I'm in my prime, and if I ain't met nobody on the way, oh yeah, I don't need you now. I'm 30, 35. Why would I date you when I can get me a 28-year-old? And my bag right, and my money right. Why would I date you? Huh? Make it make sense. You only gonna get older. I'm gonna get older, but I ain't gonna lose no value. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of women that want to stay home and raise your kids and love you unconditionally. It's a lot of them that want to do that. Yeah, think about it. You 30, right? Let's say you dating a 25-year-old and you got your life together. Nigga, she gonna treat you like a king, bro. What you mean? Cause your shit in place. But like I said, the older women get, the pool of men shrinks. So now they saying they want a top tier nigga. But guess what? The top tier niggas, they either already married or they going for the young chicks. And yeah, they might bust her down, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't gonna wife her. Simple.
Another thing that I've noticed going on in society is that there is a lot of cynicism towards men as well. And you've talked about it, as well on your show and on different platforms. And I've noticed that a lot of women, similar to like what the media does, it projects such a negative, cynical view of men in society. Of men are going to take advantage of you, they're going to beat you, they're going to, get you pregnant and leave you. There's such a negative view of men. So for women who may have a negative view of men because of maybe personal experience, whether their father may have not been there or because of whatever society painted to them, how would you encourage them? How would you motivate them to not be as cynical and to be more optimistic?
Let's see what she say.
I think it's a self-perpetuating problem, meaning that there are crappy men in the world, right? But men are crappy because we've created a system where manhood has become obsolete. You keep increasingly telling men more and more they can't matter. When I say, who are they being told that by? They're, like I said, there's more sinister implications here of why we're making manhood obsolete. When we're saying masculinity is wrong, this is backwards. You don't need a man. You can just have a baby without a man. You're starting to see that sort of programming happening with young women. When you're telling women to act like men, you should aspire to the things that men naturally might aspire to. When you remove the more natural feeling of men being providers and women being nurturers, which is a beautiful yin and yang that just works, right? So you're creating men to feel obsolete, and then women are complaining because men aren't being men. It doesn't work that way, right? And not only that, then increasingly you're telling women to be the opposite of what I think men want, right? The opposite, maybe in the instant when men are not thinking with their big heads and they're saying, oh, well, she's out naked, great, I'm going to go for it. That might be what a man wants. But long term, that's not what a man wants. A man doesn't want a girl that's just going to be naked all the time and put herself out there available for every man to see. That I don't have to be a man to know that that's not what men want. So then you say men suck. And I ask this question all the time. You complain about men, but are you being the type of a woman that a man would want, right? It's a self-perpetuating problem. And then you say that and they, oh my God, Candace is a horrible human being. And I'm looking at you going, I'm not a dude. I wouldn't date you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's facts. And this the crazy thing that kind of blows my mind. So they tell other women to act like men, right? To act like us. And they want to be in our shoes sometimes. Excuse me. They want to be in our shoes sometimes. But it's kind of crazy because let's say a woman makes more money than you, right? And she getting the bag, right? Let's say she getting the bag, and you getting the bag, but your bag not big as hers. They have a problem paying for the shit, right? They telling men to provide, right? But y'all want to be men so bad. Why y'all tripping when we ask y'all to provide? Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. You make $350,000, y'all make $100,000. Fuck it, you should pay for the date, right? You know what I'm saying? Because if the roles was flipped, you would want me to pay for the goddamn shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they pick and choose what they want. And it doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way. And it's like they don't look at themselves in the mirror. Are you being a woman that a man would want? Because you can make all the money in the world, but if you don't have those characteristics, then a nigga not gonna want you. I don't care how bad you is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how bad you is. She can have the best job in the world, make all the money in the world. But if she can't submit, if she can't be a wife, if she can't show you love and affection, you ain't gonna want her. It's simple.
And so, again, self-perpetuating problem. Not enough women calling out the fact that women are not desirable right now, in my opinion, right? They're sexually desirable, but I wouldn't want to take you home to mom desirable. And then you have men who are being hit over the stick and being told, man, bad, masculinity bad, who need to be told, no, stand up, tuck your shirt in, right? Be a leader, be what a man is supposed to be. And that dies when we're not even allowed to say man and woman anymore. And that gets me into the transgender, and I could rant for 3 hours on that. So
no, Candace, I like this, and that to me is a direction where I was trying to get to today, because the first part that I was thinking about was that it appears to me that a lot of the critiques that can appear to be personal is not really an attack on an individual, right? And none of us are perfect. Sometimes I say it the wrong way. Sometimes you say things the wrong way. None of us are perfect. But one thing that I think you're passionate about is that you're seeing that some of these ideas that are being projected in society, how they're negatively affecting the next generation, especially as it pertains to our children, especially your child. And so I think that's something in which I definitely agree with you that unfortunately in today's society, there's such an unhealthy culture, especially amongst men and women, especially amongst men. That's why we do what we do at the Roommates, trying to uplift and build better men, because we see that society creates so many unhealthy messages. And it's funny that you mentioned that point where when you think about how women were once soft in the past, traditionally, right? Generally speaking, and men were considered to be hard and tough. Now it's kind of flipped in inverse, right? Now that the women are projected to be these hard, tough individuals, and now these men are now created to be soft pillows, and you see them on college campuses, right?
Right.
But then, like you said, I love your point that you mentioned. You said try both out. Right? So try what the society says in regards to being a man, and then try the alternative way, the more excellent way about masculinity, taking responsibility, being more ambitious, driven, all these things. And men all the time tell me that they're so much more happier doing it the other way than following what society has communicated to them.
Yeah, and it's like, why is society communicating to men to be more feminine at the same time that you're telling women to be more masculine, right? That's like, just take a step back and think. You don't have to like Candace Owens to take a step back and to go, that is kind of weird, right? It is a bit weird that you're telling men, oh, all displays of masculinity are wrong and you need to be more feminine, and telling men they can bend gender and do all of these things, while at the same time you're saying to a woman, you need to man up, you need to provide, you need to do this, you need to do that.
Man, I don't think y'all really caught that, because they are as of right now, 2022, they are making men more feminine. They want y'all to be simps. They want y'all to have low self-esteem. They want y'all to not make any money. They want you to bend over backwards. They want you to open up doors for a female who won't even tell you thank you because you opened up the fucking door for her, right? They want that. They want that. They want you. They want you to not know how to talk to a woman. They want you to hold your tongue and not speak your mind. That's what they want. It's somebody watching this video right now like, damn. Think about this, bruh. We've been told since a youngin' to open up a door for a female, right? We been told that. But let me ask you something. And y'all better think hard on this. Would she open up the door for you? I'm just saying. Would she open up the door for you? She'll let that motherfucker slam in your face, dog. Straight up. I done got to the point where I don't even open up a door for a bit. Unless she fine, unless I think she bad. Then I might open the door for you. Other than that, hell nah. I let that motherfucker slam in your face. Straight up. I feel like it's a time to be a gentleman, and it's a time to just be yourself. That's what that is. Because they'll do you bad. They'll do you wrong, bruh. They'll do you bad, bruh. They don't care about your feelings, bruh. They want you to be weak. If you listen to this right now, stop being weak, man. Get right. Get your body right. Get your mind right. And go after what's yours. It's simple, man. It's simple. And on the other hand, it's okay. It's okay to show emotions. It's okay to have feelings as a nigga, as a man. I know in today's society, you gotta be just tough, hard all the time and never show feelings, never show emotions, but it's okay. It's alright. If you hurting, let that shit out, bro. If you hurting, let the pain out. Let it out. And once you let it out, take a step back, breathe a little bit, and figure out what you need to do to elevate. Or you need to figure out what is causing, what trauma, what is triggering these feelings that makes you want to cry. Think about that. What's those feelings that make you feel insecure? That's making you feel up this because you upset. You upset with yourself, and it's okay. Everybody fucked up. Everybody makes wrong decisions. But guess what? It's you gotta rewind and reprogram yourself. Listen, rewind and reprogram yourself, and take one day at a time to achieve your goals. Y'all not hearing me, man. Y'all not hearing me, man. Think about that. Focus on yourself, man. And strive for greatness. It's your boy, The Real RX. I'm gone. Out. Y'all stay tuned.